You can call Nancy, she gon' get the job done. EBE, you gon' get the best outcome. She's always on the go, raise your glass, let's toast. Everybody knows, everybody knows. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Nancy. Hello, 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 Nancy. Hello, hello.
I called up Hello Nancy. She say chill, no way in hell she gon' let me panic. Watch her build something so real without no hesitation. Hard work, sweat, tears, and a lot of dedication.
Welcome back to the Hello Nancy Talk Show. Yes, of course we're back. And let me tell you something. We have one of the best possible guests I could have asked for today. Now, you may know her as Bake Brand. You may know her as Destiny. I just call her Nene. Nene, welcome to the Hello Nancy podcast. It's so good to see you.
I know. I'm so happy to be here. You are like one of my favorite people. You're like Minnesota Oprah.
Oh, have mercy. I don't have Oprah money, guys, so don't you come hit me up.
Yeah. Don't be bothering her. But yes, you are just so influential.
That's so.
And I love that.
I feel the same way about you, actually. When I call her, she picks up, guys, and I get so excited. Nene, it is so good to see you, especially after the long week that you've had.
Yeah.
The Black State Fair is happening right now on Lake Street, guys, and I had the pleasure to go today, and it was such an incredible experience. But before we dive into that, I have so many questions. Okay. And when people saw that you were going to be a guest, when I tell you my inbox was flooded.
Oh,
yes. They just want to know who is Nene.
Okay.
So before we get started, beyond the businesses that you've created, and I'm talking about Bake Brand, the Black Entrepreneur State Fair, who is Destiny?
Well, I am a self-taught entrepreneur and chef. I'm very passionate about being a chef. I love to cook. I started as a baker, and that's where Bake Brand came from. So I've been an entrepreneur for 11 years. And before that, I was actually doing music. So I used to be a rapper.
Oh.
And so I've always built platforms. I've always known how to build platforms on my likeness. And so, yeah, that's a big thing about me. People just, you either like me or you hate me. Either way, it doesn't matter. You're going to know me.
Either way,
you're going to know me.
You want to tell them in the camera, either way, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, and we don't care.
Yes. Before we continue this interview, both of us are part of the We Do Not Care Club. So thank you so much for
very
reminding
much
me
so.
of that. Now, you said, so you're a baker and you're a chef.
Yeah.
I need to tell you something.
Yes.
The very first birria tacos that I had here in Minnesota were from you. And I drove to pick them up. And when I tell you, I was like...
I remember.
Do you remember that? That was such a pivotal
You got extra
moment.
tacos. I said, I got her.
You got me so good. And I'm not going to lie, I ate the whole pan by myself.
Yes.
But that's a discussion for another time. It was so incredible. So it was no surprise to me when I saw you open your own restaurant. It just made sense.
Yeah.
Like and I wanted to know, how long were you selling plates before the restaurant?
I was baking out of my house in commercial kitchens for the first 5 years. And then I switched to the food side, basically 2020. You know, the pandemic was a weird time. I had a lot of time on my hands. And because people weren't really purchasing cakes as much because they weren't having events, I kind of switched to the food side. I had a candle business in between that was very successful.
Actually, I remember that.
Yes. In 2020, I created the butter sauce, and that sauce was so good. Like, it made my sister cry. She's a passionate eater. She was just a tear, and I was like, it's that good?
Oh, that's big.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, girl, well, I think it's time to switch to the food side because I've always loved to cook. I'm very passionate about cooking. Like, you can really taste the love in it.
I feel like I should come for Thanksgiving or like something. I don't know. I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna crash one of these holidays one day. Let's be clear, it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna invite you.
But I want to know. So you are the first entrepreneur in your family.
Yes.
Generational change completely. Can you tell me how does that feel and how has that changed your life?
It feels good that I can create change and also be an example, even to my elders and the people older around me, like that have never taken on this journey. Because you know what? I got judged a lot in my family, and people looking at me crazy, like, you taking all these risks and loss, like, you should just go get a job. It would be easier to just get a job because that was the comfortable thing to do, you know? And so a lot of people never really understood what it was to chase your dreams until they started to see the success. And now everybody's so proud, and I'm able to, you know, I'm the one that I help everybody.
Of course.
I give them hope. I give them inspiration. You know, it feels really good, especially my kids. Even this week, like, I had a moment where, like, I see my kids and my nieces and nephews all just follow me around the fair. And my son told him that your mom is a baddie. Like, she's so cool. Like, just to know that the younger generation look, wow, she is so cool. You know, she's so pretty, whatever they feel about me. They look up to me, and that just feels amazing because they are the future.
Yeah.
So I want to be an example for them, and I want to show them that you have to put in the work.
Absolutely. Now, I just want you to know, by the way, being lead by a 15, 16, 17-year-old these days is kind of a big deal because they just call me old.
It's a huge deal. I said, oh, my bad.
It's a big deal.
Okay.
We buy these. We're baddies.
Yeah, you're a baddie too.
You know, I'm working on it, child. Nene, I just turned 40.
That's okay.
But I want to know, I saw your son today at the fair, and you said he loves to be there because he makes money.
Yes.
And I love that for him. But you are pouring so much into not just your family, your kids, but also into everyone.
Honestly, because I think in the beginning of just building this, even when it seemed impossible, it was something that God put on my heart. And even when there was so many roadblocks where you think people would have quit, God just aligned me with the right people, the right resources, the right time, the right moment to keep pressing. And every year, even after taking 5 years of losses, even making a business decision like that would have been like, okay, this isn't working, you know? But for me, it wasn't about me winning. It was about everybody winning. Because in that moment for 5 years straight, I didn't win off the Black State Fair. I broke even or I lost, depending on the situation when those storms hit.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a win for us, and me and my team, for 5 whole years. Year 6, we finally won, and I seen it coming. But the most important thing to me was, even when we lost, I seen 50 other entrepreneurs walk out of that fair on the last day smiling. Because you know, as an entrepreneur, you know when you having a good business week or month or a big contract or you got a big check,
it's huge.
You are happy because you're like, being an entrepreneur, you don't know when your next gig is, your next check is. It's not constant. You might, get $200 today and $20,000 tomorrow. You just never know.
$0 for a week.
And $0 for a week. You never know. And so me seeing people upgrade from a pop-up kitchen tent to a food truck, upgrading their family cars, being able to provide all these things for back to school in the next month. I'm seeing so many testimonies, so many people just grateful for the opportunity and the platform. So I knew I couldn't quit. It didn't matter if I won or not, Plus, my business is in there, so my business is going to do well either way. But, yeah, we lost for 5 years straight, and it sucked.
Wow. Thank you so much for being so vulnerable and open about this, because some people, they love to count our pockets.
Oh, I know.
They love to count
all
our
up in my
pockets in
pockets.
Minnesota. But you talked about favor, and
Yes.
you talked about God. Now, you're a woman of faith.
Yes.
How has it been knowing that you have a very big God behind you? Because I read your posts, and I could feel not just the growth, but also the favor of God with you.
Yeah.
And also your mental strength building up throughout the years. Because I feel like year 1, it was like, why are they talking about me? Year 2, it was like, I'm sick of this. Year 3, year 5, it was like, hey, you know what? I actually don't care. Year 7, this is like a David and Goliath type of situation.
Yes.
I'm loving that, how has God been a part of this journey for you?
And that's exactly how I feel. I've been tested over and over and over. And you know, when you're tested and you overcome that thing, it's a different feeling.
Yeah.
It's like I can overcome anything. Like, I don't know. It
gives you super strength.
It literally gives you stupid strength. Like, my mind has been so strong because that could be the one reason why I could give up. Everybody talking about me, especially our people, it hurts.
Yes.
When you see our people and you're going so hard for them and you want to criticize me and you want to have all these nasty things to say. I mean, grown men writing posts about me. There's this grown man that tells people I have a BBL, and it's like, why are you all up in my butt like that in the first place?
What a compliment.
You know, I was like, thank you. That she don't be in the gym. She got to be. I'm like, actually, I didn't. But, you know, it's just crazy the things that people say about you. And so you really do have to have some really good mental strength. And I really do. It's all God. It's all God. Like, when I'm having a breakdown moment, I just pray about it, you know? And honestly, I just feel better knowing that God got my back. And also, when God gives you an assignment, mind you, this is a God assignment. This isn't a me assignment.
Speak on it.
This is a God assignment, because in the first year, when we had all those roadblocks, COVID, you can't do events. No, but everybody, people were so jealous. They were like, our event got canceled from the city of Minneapolis. We got the green light. I don't know how, by the grace of God. And that's when I knew it was a God assignment. And I was like, I can't back down from this, because this is what he gave me. And when God gives you an assignment, even when it gets hard, you may not get the resources right away, he's going to provide everything that you need. He's going to provide the people, the places, the timing, the cash flow, whatever that you need, any resource that you need. God is going to show up every time. On time.
I couldn't agree more. And the reason why I believe this woman is so special to me, 2020, that was the first year I did the ball.
Yes.
That was in October. And 2020 is the first time the Black State Fair launched. And it was such a powerful thing. No one had ever seen anything like that. And no one had ever been able to organize to make something like that happen. Remember, there's a lot of vendor events, but, you know, nobody was coming. And when I came to that state fair, and it was packed, I mean, packed.
Yep.
Not just with vendors, BBE members, but there were such a huge variety of people. And I was just so proud. And I feel like that was really a launching pad. You know, COVID for a lot of people was just nothing but negative, right?
Yeah.
But we turned it into something else. Yeah. Now, I want to piggyback on that conversation about the online bullies. By the way, don't come from a girl. I'm just warning you, because I will be on there quickly. I want to talk about, there's one time you talked about how expensive it was just to pay for a fence.
Yeah.
Because people were complaining about the vendor fees and all of those things. And I want you to know how much that taught me as well, because I didn't realize, oh my God, a fence can be over $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. All the expenses that you had to incur, and as you said, the first 5 years were a loss or break even. And you've been very open about financial strains during this time. What do you want to share to current entrepreneurs about what you've learned during this journey?
Yeah. Well, especially when it comes to financial gains and losses, you have to spend money to make money. And if you believe in something and you're passionate about that thing, take those risks. A lot of people are not going to take those risks because of fear.
Yeah.
And so I have children. I'm a mom. I have businesses that still, you know, have overhead and bills that need to be paid. I took some very crazy risk behind, because guess what? When vendors don't pay their fees, or people don't sign up, or sponsor doesn't, we don't get sponsors, who do you think is paying for this stuff? Me.
Of course.
Because the show must go on. And so I really want to just tell people, like, you know, bet on yourself. And when you bet on yourself, take it seriously. The reason I bet on myself, and I'll spend my last to get that fair up and running, is because I know that I'm going to work hard to turn that thing around. And so a lot of businesses that I see, it's like, don't come half-stepping. You invested in yourself. Ooh. You paid that hefty vendor fee. Not only the vendor fee, you have to spend so much money just to prepare
for it,
to pay staff, to buy the things that you need, to be compliant with the health department, to pay for permits. All of those things cost. And so I want vendors to know that are doing events too. One, take those risks and bet on yourself. Work hard and the money will come. Don't be scared. I feel like a lot of people don't sign up for certain events because they be scared of that price, not knowing, you know, how much money they're going to make. My top vendor last year made $30,000 in that week.
They told me.
In that week. And one of those days was a rainstorm. So in 6 days, they made $30,000. That's unheard of when it comes to Minnesota events.
You're absolutely right. And I think, again, that is the best one of the year, and it's really highly anticipated by the vendors.
Yes.
One of the vendors told me that because of the Black State Fair, they were able to stay in the black till the end of the year.
Wow.
That's crazy. Because we're talking about some businesses that may make $12,000 and, you know, in the span of 6 months, and now they're making that in 1 day or 2 days.
Yes.
That's huge.
Huge.
Huge. Now, about the Black State Fair, so today I saw that you guys ended up on TMZ.
Yes, which is so crazy.
Wow.
So one thing about me, I'm going to call out some politicians. I be calling the politicians out because you know what? When it comes to community and when you guys are on the big screen and in the CNNs and you're talking, I need to see boots on the ground in the community. The thing about it is I'm a Lake Street baby. Born and raised South Minneapolis, went to Roosevelt High School. My restaurant is still in my neighborhood. So that is my neighborhood, and I go hard for that neighborhood. Even when people talk about homelessness and the drug epidemic and all these crazy things, I still believe in that neighborhood. And when politicians are talking that talk, I need you to come to this neighborhood and come support and show your face and use your likeness to gain exposure, whatever that may be. So I called out Mayor Fry, and I said, you know what? You were at Gay Pride with your chest out, pouring shots, and so I need for you to come do the chicken head with us.
And he did.
On Throwback Thursday to Chingy. And he did. He wrote me back on my status and said, we're on our way, Nene. And he came. Not only did he dance with us, which was funny, and that was the viral moment, right? Which
over 100,000 views.
Over 100,000 views, hundreds of comments and shares. Yeah, we ended up on TMZ, which is huge. TMZ name dropped the Black Entrepreneurs State Fair, and so when you see big platforms like TMZ, which is national,
international,
international. That's saying our name, like, it doesn't matter what y'all laughing at and talking about.
We don't care.
We don't care. They said they recognized us, and now millions of people heard about us, and that is the biggest thing. Not only that, the mayor did come eat food with folks, took pictures with folks. That's important to me. I need you guys to put your money where your mouth is.
And show up.
Yes, absolutely. And we are nonpartisan. But unfortunately, even being nonpartisan, when we're talking about Black economic growth and development, it becomes political.
100%.
It always comes political. And so, I'm going to always call out the politicians.
Okay, with that same breath, then, can you start calling out Tyler Perry, somebody else? Because you summoned him and he literally came. So start calling out more people.
I'm definitely going to be calling out whoever.
Start calling out because they will show up. And that shows you, again, ending on an international platform just shows where God is willing to take you so that other eyes can see you. And I want to talk about this immense attack on DE&I.
Yes.
The BIPOC space overall.
Yeah.
Last year, this year, it's just been devastating. And of course, the news of the 400,000 Black women losing their corporate jobs as well and being displaced. So now I'm really encouraging people to start their businesses.
Yeah.
What I noticed with Bake Brand and the State Fair is people are even starting businesses and using your space as a launching pad.
Yes.
Today when I came, I saw an African woman who has been at some of my events.
Okay.
And I She sells all African garments. And she said your event is what is holding her up right now. Just think of that. Sit with that for a moment. And I want to pivot over to your sister.
Okay.
Yeah, Keandra?
Keandria.
Yep.
Or Kiki.
Kiki. How is it? Cried about the sauce. Now I feel like
Yes.
I need to have the sauce.
You got to
Can we
try the
talk
butter
about
sauce.
it? I would drink the butter sauce.
Yep.
You guys know I'm a foodie, right?
Yeah.
So I want to talk about Kiki and how has it been? Because I know you started it with her.
Yeah.
How has it been going from family relationship to now being in business together?
Yes.
I fire my family all the time.
Oh, I do too, except for her.
Yeah. That's just
Yeah.
it still.
You know, Kiki is truly the creative direction side of things. She has an eye and an ear for things that I don't. I'm more the doer. I come up with these crazy ideas and I'm like, we're taking the risk. And she's the problem solver and the thinker because she's like, wait, before we do that. And I'm just like, girl, please, it's going to work out, you know. So she is literally the yin to my yang, and I need her. Like, she is truly an asset. And like you said, you know, sometimes family doesn't work out when it comes to business. Like, a lot of times it just doesn't. But for her, so I actually started the Black State Fair in 2020 alone. The first year of the Black State Fair was a Bake Brand event. Could you believe that?
I can't believe it.
It was Bake Brand Presents Black Entrepreneurs State Fair. She was the first one to look at that event and say, you were literally just on the couch talking about, we should do this. And she was like, girl, please. And you really pulled this off. Wow. Even when the city was like, nope, we're not doing events right now. You kept pressing until you got a call from the Attorney General's office. And she's like, the what? Yeah. And I said, yeah, we're doing this. And so she's the one, I'm the visionary. She's the one that believes in me wholeheartedly. And when she sees that I'm taking that risk, she is standing by me no matter what. Even after the losses, she probably works just as hard as me. Yeah. Even when we have teams that don't work, because you know how that is with team building, and you got to hire and fire because people aren't doing their job. She's the one picking up the pieces like, well, you can't drop this thing, so I'm here to carry it with you. She is, I can't even say enough about her. Like, that's my big sister. She's the one that put that entrepreneur battery in my back. She was an entrepreneur before I was an entrepreneur. Wow. And she's like, you surpassed me. When she started her clothing line, I think it was, I don't remember the year. It was well before me, 2013 maybe. I was her delivery driver. I was like, I'll go meet the customers. Yeah, let's do it. And I don't know, something inspired me about that. And I was like, I need to be out here doing my own thing too. And now she's just blown away. Like, girl, you have overly done it. And I'm alongside you with everything. So
that's wonderful.
It's amazing.
I have my own Kiki. Gigi, shout out to my baby sister who acts like my big sister.
Yes.
But we all need that one person that truly believes in us.
Yep.
Now, I've got to ask you, where do you see the State Fair going 5 years from now? What's the vision?
Mini Essence Festival.
Okay.
In 5 years, you say?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was actually listening to the interview on Breakfast Club of the guy who started the Essence Festival. And I was so inspired by just hearing his story and where they started. And I was like, that is us.
Yeah.
That is us, because we are so rich in culture and there's no place like it. You went there today. It just feels good being in the space. There's no drama. We are 7 years strong. No fights, no shootings, no stabbings, no violence, no arguing.
Every color under the sun as well.
Literally. Diversity. This is a inclusive space for Black people. That's almost unheard of in Minneapolis, especially with all the crime going on. And, you know, people are looking for us to fail.
Always.
We are so rich in culture. I see us going beyond and just being just like a Essence Festival.
I love it. And what do you think it will take for the community? How can the community help and be behind you? And we talked about this right before we went live.
Yeah.
Right. I committed to sponsoring next year.
Hey.
And I'm really excited about that.
Yes.
Because again, I feel like we kind of started together, and it's been a long time coming. How can the entire community come together to make it what they think it should be?
Yes.
Or bigger, better?
Yep.
How can we come and show up for you?
Well, I think that right now, I need more leaders that are willing to pour into this. I've got a team, and we all work hard, but they're all looking to me. What do we do next? Where are we going next? There's only so much that one leader can do in a vision that's this big and that's going to expand to be even bigger. I need more leaders to show up and say, hey, where do you need me? I need more partners. I need more partners that have leadership qualities that can step in roles. That's like having 6 of me. Imagine if we had 6 of me.
Ooh. Oh, I get it.
Yeah. I need more of me. And that's impossible to have more of me. So I'm really looking for people that are passionate and love doing this type of work, that want to pour into this. And we can take this so far. We could take this, it could be a Midwest thing. We can go to other cities, whatever that looks like.
I see Chicago in the future.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
but I can't do it alone. I can't, there's only so much I could do alone. And so, right now, I even talked to one of my friends this week, Brayshawn, from Junk in My Trunk. And that was his thing, was the experience. And he's like, he also said the same thing. I want to pour into this. Because he was in the space and he was like, this is incredible. How do we make this a better experience? And he agreed to pour into me as well. And so we need leaders like you and Brayshawn. Maybe we get 3 more leaders. Maybe we can work together and we can find those leaders.
The most important thing is showing up.
Yes.
Right? Because like the food today, guys, no shade to the state fair. Everybody knows I've been once in 2015. No, 10 years ago.
Okay.
Never went back.
Yep.
Mostly because, again, they say it's an inclusive space, but a lot of the vendors don't look like me, right? There's a 1%. So, it just doesn't feel like my space, right? But today, seeing the power of community, seeing people that I knew, seeing people that I know started with no business back in 2019, and now they have a whole food truck. And that was just a dream that they were thinking about. So seeing it actually come to fruition and seeing them selling, and they had all of their technology down, I loved it. Yeah. I loved it. And I remember I saw a woman today that was shopping, and she just stopped and took a bite of something. She was like, That
is the best feeling when the food is good.
Feeling. You could tell it really hit her soul. I want to see more of that. So yes, so message to leaders out there. If we really, and Minnesota is it. I know a lot happens here. Yep. I don't really see it as a negative. I think we are the state that doesn't take any crap from anyone.
Oh, for sure.
We did you see the march that happened after ICE? Like, we don't play in this state.
We don't play.
And I really believe that we can do it. And yes. 5 years from now, but it will take other leaders to come forward. So we're waiting for you. Reach out to Big Brand.
Come on.
Advice for entrepreneurs.
Ooh.
I gotta ask you, because I have to read this one because someone sent it to me in my inbox. Okay, this is not my question. So, what should a new entrepreneur master before investing in branding, a storefront, or a large event?
Ooh, before investing in I think that an entrepreneur needs to be ready for anything. And I think that entrepreneurs need to stop obsessing over money and amounts. I know we need money. Money is vital. But I think that the money comes when you are passionate and you love what you do. And you stick to that thing and you perfect your craft, because I see a lot of hustlers out here versus business owners. And so, the hustlers are like, all they care about is the money. So the quality is low. Your customer service may be bad. You don't care about your customers.
And they haven't mastered their craft.
Yes.
That's usually the common
Yes.
denominator. They're not invested in learning.
And you get, complaints, and you don't get better. And even when you get that dollar's not coming back. So it's very, very important that entrepreneurs, if you're going to take that journey and you're going to take that risk, know that you have to put your all into it. Believe in that. And know, like, this is all that I got. You have to really bet on yourself. And I see a lot of people playing with their businesses and playing with their brands and playing with their names, not moving with integrity. Character matters. A lot of folks don't even have values. What are your values? Because your customers should align with what your values are, and those customers will keep coming back and spending more money. The money will come. So I think even in the beginning when, being an entrepreneur was about money. It was like, oh, well, instead of sitting here for 1 hour and getting $22, whatever. But, yeah, it's about loving what you do.
Okay.
And being passionate. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more, because you are right. There's, in 2020, there was a huge boom of people just opening businesses. Everybody and their mama had an LLC. They thought the LLC was the business. That's it. I got an LLC. I'm a business owner. I know everything.
Yeah.
But you're right. A lot of people don't invest in their craft and making sure that whatever you're selling, are you the best at it?
Yes.
Are you working to become the best if you're not? Are you investing in your own craft, education?
Yeah.
Shout out to Blendy's Events, by the way. She continues, so she's a balloon artist, and she event planner.
Yeah.
But she continues to pay for education to learn more things. So that's the biggest thing that I'm seeing. So, okay, let's talk a little bit more. I want to know, what's your biggest regret in business?
Ooh, my biggest regret?
I know we got a couple.
Yeah, I think my biggest regret is not understanding your back of house. When you start and you don't understand what that back of house, the numbers, the spreadsheets, your P&Ls, I see so many people struggle. I was struggling. I was like, I got to pay sales and use taxes? Yeah, and so I see a lot of people, one, miss out on opportunities, even when grants come around and you don't have your paperwork straight.
Taxes.
You're missing, your taxes, all of that back of house stuff, I think is very, very important. People sleep on that and they brush it off like it's not important until they get in trouble. Oof. Or something bad happens, or you miss out on a great opportunity. I think that is probably in the beginning my worst, even not separating your accounts. And so last year I invested in a wealth advisor. And you have to invest in yourself. If you don't know the thing, you better get to know the thing. And it's okay that you don't know. I think a lot of people may be embarrassed that they don't know. Even when you're a first-time entrepreneur and the only one in your family, they think you got it all together.
And we don't.
It's okay that you don't.
It's okay.
And if you don't know what you don't know, you just don't know what you don't know, but you better go figure it out.
Yeah. Or pay someone that knows.
Pay somebody that knows, because sitting down with that wealth advisor was probably the best thing that ever happened, just to understand, your debt to income ratio. What is your plan in 10 years? And how are you going to get there? You can have this goal and this plan all you want to, but what is the strategy? What is your money looking like? Are you profitable? Otherwise, or are you just I made this? Okay, but what did you spend? What losses did you take? All of that stuff matters, and I feel like a lot of people sleep on that. So, yeah.
You're absolutely right. And, a lot of people come to me and complain, I can't get funding. Well, you didn't file your taxes for 5 years. I can't do this. Well, you never got an EIN. So, yes, you're right. Back office is one of the most important things to establish as a business. Now, let's switch it a little bit. Let's switch it up a little bit. Boundaries. Now, we're talking about advice, because people really, really need to know, when you're a business owner, especially when you go as big as you did, you have to create some walls and boundaries around you. I know I did. And I continue to build boundaries. And I'm very, very strict about them now. When we first started, I believe both you and I, we have such big hearts.
Yes.
We wear our hearts on our sleeves and we just give. What boundaries did you have to establish in order to be here today?
Yeah, I think the most important part about boundaries is that you don't have to change your heart posture. That doesn't mean I don't love and care about, family, friends, whoever, whatever. But at the end of the day, you will literally burn yourself out mentally, physically, financially, always saying yes to everything. I remember 2020, was it 2025? No, 2024. I was burnt out mainly on community stuff, especially taking the heat behind Black State Fair and showing up behind all, the police killings and all. Like, I was in my community, boots on the ground, and that is a lot of heavy, heavy work. Emotionally, it's heavy. And it's just a lot to carry. And people, like you said, also watch your pockets, and they all up in your business, and they think you got it, and they're entitled to your time and energy and money. And it gets to a point where you have to just say, no, I love you, but no, absolutely no. And so that's my favorite thing. I've been keeping my phone on silent lately, and I have over 1,900 text messages.
Have mercy.
Unread.
Okay, I'm not as bad then.
2,300 missed calls, because I just can't. And I also started to express myself to the people around me as well. Like, hey, I cannot pour into what I have to grow generationally for us if you keep taking from me.
Yeah.
You can.
Do you notice I triple everything you post? Because
you feel that.
What in every part, I'm very corporate.
Yes,
I have to keep it. But so I feel like a lot of the times you speak for me. So
Yep.
I just reshare whatever she says. So I completely agree.
Yep.
Now, you say you were burned out in 2024. Now, I got burnt out and I took a year off.
Yeah.
I was like, bye, I'm done. Do you see yourself taking a small break? I know you take one right after the fair, but are you going to take a little break and relax?
I think now, according to my schedule, I'll probably take a break during the off season, because I am a personal chef for the Lynx.
Did y'all hear that?
Yeah. So Courtney Williams, Natasha Howard, Olivia Miles are my clients. I feed those girls every day. And do y'all see how much they are killing it right now? Like, I got to feed them girls. And so I think right now, I think I'll kind of wait till the off season, because they don't live here. They're going to go off to wherever and then come back when the season starts. So I will take some time off. And even when I kind of took that little break, I was still doing the work behind the scenes. I just wasn't as social. And then the year after, I had a social moment. I started showing up. You see me showing up.
Yes.
I can't remember where you see me, but you were like, is this Nene?
You're outside?
You're outside in a pantsuit? I was like, yes.
It was a woman's event. You remember how excited I was to see you? I was like, Nene's
We
outside?
have to take a picture.
Because I knew you just took a sabbatical from humanity, which was really good.
Yes.
But seeing you was so exciting to me. Okay, so I have some rapid fire questions for
let's
you.
go.
Sweet or savory?
Both.
Okay. Which grounds you first? Faith, family, business?
Definitely faith.
Amen to that. And your favorite state fair food? Don't get mad, okay? And you can say your own too, but favorite Black State Fair food? Oh, I'm about to start a fight out there.
This year?
Yeah.
Dirty skewers.
Ooh.
I had them 3 days in a row.
I know that's. I'm coming back tomorrow just for them. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait. I got 2. Can I say 2?
Yes, you.
Because by the time I get there, they're going to be closed. Tomorrow, I'm going to have Mama Ninjas for breakfast.
Jollof rice.
Yeah. Did you try them?
Ma'am.
Okay,
Ma'am.
because
So I had somebody come buy me some the other day.
yeah, so I got scorned by somebody that gave me my first jollof rice, and it was kind of dry, and I was like,
Who did that? Make sure you send me
is-
their name.
yeah, I was like, this is jollof rice, because I ain't never had it before that, and I was like, it's kind of dry. The Mama Ninja's jollof is
Yeah, she's authentic. And you remind you,
Man.
Ghanaians and
Yes.
Nigerians, you know, they fight
Yep.
about jollof, but I'm so glad somebody fixed that for you. Make sure you
Yes.
send me the name of whoever did that to you because
I'm going to find out because I was
wrong.
at the Joe Love Festival and I was like, I ain't trying the rest of them.
Oh my God. And then our final question, I want to know, what's your next big move? What can we expect from Destiny?
A radio show.
Ooh, period. Oh, I'm going to be there.
Yes. So I have a new partnership with KRSM. KRSM is the voice of the South Side, and they're over there on 29th in Chicago, I believe. Amazing partners. I had one meeting with them, and they were like, "Yo, we need to pour into you. Do you want to use the space? Do you want to like you pour into me? Like when I needed to use BB, you're like, girl, come on, yes, anytime, book it, let's go." They were amazing partners. And I was like, everybody loves my voice. Okay, I lost my voice right now because I've been yelling at people from coordinating the biggest event in Minnesota. But everybody loves my voice there. I was like, your voice is so soothing. You should start a podcast already. So I want to do radio. That's always been a dream of mine.
I'm excited.
So I'm about to start
so
it.
excited.
I'm going to bring you on.
Yeah, I told you I'm going to be there.
Be.
But I just want to thank you so much, not just for who you are, but what you've created, the opportunities you've offered to entrepreneurs and Black-owned businesses in this city no one has ever done.
Thank you.
In a way, you're giving them flowers by giving them a platform. So I am so grateful to you. I am so happy to know you. And I pray that we all do better collectively.
Yes.
To make sure that we can say this is the 15th annual.
Yes.
This is the 30th annual. And we can all come on alongside and grow this into a essence, bigger and better.
Yes.
Midwest, whatever you call it. So that's saying thank you so much for being a guest today.
Thank you.
And we love you. And I hope you come back on and see us.
I will.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Well, that's our show for today. Nene Shelby. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week.